am so happy to be here because you all have a very special place in my heart, and I'm happy to be here to honor all of you. Many long years ago, I worked for the Los Angeles Police Department as a civilian, and I worked downtown LA, and then I worked in the divisions as well. And I worked with the men and women every single day, and I understand and I know firsthand some of what you go through every single day out there. And there are not thanks enough for you, what you do for us here in the city of Santa Clarita to keep us safe. You know, I want to introduce some people that are here that are helping us to thank you. I would like to introduce my fellow council members. First, Cameron Smythe. Are you here, Cameron? Where are you? Well, Cameron's not here. So then I will introduce Councilman Bill Miranda. We also have today, and I'm very honored to have you here, and thank you so much for coming out. We have our Los Angeles County Sheriff, Jim McDonnell. We have Chief John Benedict.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Did you want to say something before I went ahead?
No, when you're done.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. We have Commander Blaine Boland. Commander Patrick Nelson. And he didn't want to be introduced, but I don't care. We have our very own Captain, Robert Lewis. We have from Los Angeles County's 5th District Supervisor, Catherine Barger's office, we have Rosalind Wayman, who's in the office out here. And in the downtown LA office, we have Stephanie English, who came out. We have our city, oh, and here's Councilman Smythe. We have City Manager Ken Striplin. Assistant City Manager Frank Oviedo. And if I didn't mention someone, I apologize. I hope that we got all your names. So, as I said before, I just want to thank all of our station personnel. We have including our patrol deputies, traffic motors, the detective teams, specialized teams, and professional staff. And we are also joined by esteemed professionals of our LA County Superior Court here in Santa Clarita. Where are you? So we're not joined by these esteemed gentlemen and ladies. I'm just reading what's written for me here. That's okay. I'm not going to say a lot of what's written for me to say because it's not necessary to tell you what you already know, I hope, how special every single one of you is and are to our city and to our residents. We brag all the time. We live in one of the safest cities in the nation, and that's because of all of you. And it makes the city council look really good, but you're out there doing all the hard work. And crime statistics in Santa Clarita are down, and that's also all because of you. Now, I don't know if when you're doing your roll call whether you're told the statistics, but since the beginning of the year, robberies are down 23.7%. Burglaries are down 17.5% from this time last year. Grand theft autos are down 39.3%, and larceny thefts are down 37%. That's amazing. Not, absolutely. And it's like it says back here, Part 1 crimes are down 31.3% from last year's numbers. Unreal, unbelievable, and thank you. Can't thank you enough. And also, since we've had our motor deputies and we've been able to increase our motor deputies, we have reduced traffic collisions by 47%. And I'm a little reluctant to say this without knocking on wood. We have not had a pedestrian fatality within the last year in Santa Clarita. That's also amazing. We so greatly appreciate all your dedication protecting our city. And just again, I just want to say thank you. Can't say it enough. So now I would like to invite up our special guest, our Sheriff McDonald.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate all your partnership.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you to Santa Clarita, our mayor, our council, our city manager, all of the staff, and all of the residents that we have the privilege to serve. You know, you look at where we've been in policing over the last decade, really. It's been very difficult, and a tribute to the men and women who go out and do it every day under some of the most trying conditions, you know, we've ever experienced in this profession, but yet go out there and do it with their head high, very proud of the department, very proud of the profession, and do it in a way where we could point a finger and say, take a look at what we do, we're proud of it. And I thank you for that, because that is really why we have the relationships we have with our many diverse communities throughout the county. This community could not be more supportive, and we greatly appreciate that. But to be able to see a city sponsor an event like this for the sole purpose of saying thank you, we recognize what you're doing and we appreciate what you're doing. That is, we're very, very thankful for that. You had the opportunity, council member, to read some of the stats, and I won't read the same one, certainly. But when you look about overall crime rate in Santa Clarita Valley is down 21%, 22 in the city and 19 in the county. That's incredible numbers in 1 year to see those kind of results. And it's because of proactive policing. It's because you go out there, you know what to look for, you're looking for trends, patterns, and clusters, you're working smart, and you're taking care of business. And that's where those kind of results come from. The work ethic arrested 1,249 more misdemeanor and felony suspects in 2017 than in the year prior. That's hard work. That's getting out there. That's that fire in the belly we talk about that's so hard to describe. That's what it looks like on paper. This year, station personnel are poised to arrest 500 to 600 more people than in 2017, which puts the arrest rate at 1,700 to 1,800 more arrests than in 2016. So again, that trajectory of work ethic that you're demonstrating here is obviously having a tremendous impact on the other side, on the incidence of crime. We're 390 crimes lower this year than the same time last year. And while we kick around stats, 390 this, 390 that, that's 390 people who weren't victims. Some of those victims of violent crimes, lives that weren't changed and damaged, and families affected, and people off of work because you went out there and took care of what you needed to take care of. OBS arrests are up 28%. Proactive policing, going out, knowing what to look for and doing it. Calls for service are down, but observation stops and detentions are increasing. So the extra time that you have by a reduced call load, you're taking care of that by going out and knowing where to go and what to do. Traffic sites up 4,000 since the introduction of motor enforcement. Again, that's what's driving the number that we heard about down as far as traffic fatalities and the success we've had in keeping people safe on the streets. So overall, when I look to try and say, hey, can we do things better? Certainly every one of us always wants to be in a position where we can say we can be better than what we are, because we're never satisfied. But you have an awful lot to be proud of, you have an awful lot to be thankful for, and the relationships that we enjoy amongst each other, amongst our partners in the city, and amongst the people that we have the privilege of serving throughout the Santa Clarita Valley and beyond is something that would be the envy of a police agency anywhere else. So thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for the way that you do it, the attitudes that you bring to work, and the way you carry out the vision. We very much appreciate what you're doing, and sincerely, God bless you all. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
And now I would like to invite up Rosalind Wayman, representing our 5th District Supervisor, Catherine Barger. Rosalind.
Well, hello, everyone. It's really my pleasure and joy to be here today on behalf of Supervisor Catherine Barger. This is a wonderful opportunity that the city has offered to really bring forward all of you to say thank you in a very personal way. I see lots of people in the audience that are both retired and serving, and we can't say enough what an appreciation we have for the work you do and the type of job that you bring to both the city and the unincorporated part of LA County. So on behalf of the supervisor, thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch, and God bless you.
And finally, I would like to invite up Captain Lewis to say a few words, and then I'm gonna go sit down because I'm not gonna follow him. However, once again, this is the very least we can do. I see all of you out and about in patrol cars and walking the neighborhoods and such, and I enjoy knowing that you're out there. So, once again, on behalf of the entire city council, thank you all very, very, very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Good to see you. Okay, so they asked me to finish off today. So I'll tell you what I tell in the community. And every time I do a speech in the community, tonight we're going to the Homeowner Association to do a talk. I never prepare anything from the speech because everything I say is off the cuff. It's from the heart and it's the honest truth. So I'll tell each and every one of you, if I can look you in the eye, and you guys know that I would. I am truly humbled every day that I go 10-8 and that you guys go 10-8 from everyone from those that work on our patrol cars that we go out every day on. So we need to give them a hand, because without them, coming in and telling me how much damage, I mean, I'm kidding. So the bottom line is today, really, when it started off, it was Lieutenant Diaz and I talking to both the 5th District and also the City of Santa Clarita to really recognize you for what you guys do. This 31% driving down crime, everything that's happened over the course of the last year, it really couldn't happen without you guys. And a lot of people thank me in the community, but I really tell them when they see in the community, if people are shaking your hands more, it's because I tell them it's not me, it's you. And that's the honest truth. Every day when I have an opportunity to go home, I always try and do what they call takeaways from the day, and take away what you have from each day that you go through. I'm a very blessed man to be able to have a great family and great people that I work with. This morning, you know, I was at a presentation by Ms. Barger. Some of my other partners were present. But some of the things that I took away from this morning that I'll share with you today, because I'll think about it tonight as well, is that no one wants to live a wasted life. And that really kind of resounded with me. And I think for us, for what you guys do, you really have met that goal, because you guys don't waste your time sitting back and not doing your job. Every little bit helps. From what we do in the schools, active shooter, to what we do on the streets of patrol, to commercial enforcement in the city, to what we do in our special operations, to DB, to the staff in the back that deals with all the paperwork. We wanted the courts to be here. The 1,249 arrests that you made last year, we severely impacted the courthouse here to the point where they're going to be actually opening up another misdemeanor trial court because of the fact that you guys are doing such a phenomenal job. The head judge, Judge Gordon, came up and saw me this week, thanked me for what you guys are doing. We're one of the only areas that, I shouldn't say only, we are one of several areas, but ours is highly impacted by the amount of arrests that all of you are making. So from the bottom of my heart, I'll close with this. God has given me many things in my life. He really has. And the true thing that I have for all of you is He's given me all of you to go home every day, to know that raising a family after 53 years in Santa Clarita, it really is a safe place that we're all coming home to. I want to work with you to drive the crime down even further. We'll do what we can as a team, but it truly is a team. And the team really is all of you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, when you're clapping, think about each other, because your claps and your applause is not for me. It's for what you guys do. It's what today's about. All right? Thank you.